Hi, my name is Brooke Kurkjian. I'm a senior studying nutrition and dietetics at St. Louis University, and today I'm going to be making a diabetic-friendly recipe for you. We're going to be making sugar-free cannoli bites, and they also happen to be gluten-free, so that's really exciting because 10% of all diabetics are estimated to be also gluten-free. So, really easy recipe. We're going to start off with, we have a quarter of a cup of butter, and I have sweetener instead of sugar. So I have 5 tablespoons of, I'm using Truvia, which is a stevia sweetener, but whatever is a non-sugar sweetener, low sugar, because it's really important for diabetics to be regulating their glucose intake, their sugar intake, to regulate their blood glucose. So, butter, sugar, 1 egg goes into that. We have 2 cups of almond flour, and we have half a teaspoon of cocoa powder and half a teaspoon of cinnamon. This is going to give a little bit of flavor as well as some color to our cannoli tart shells is what we're starting off with. So this goes onto the mixer, and you're just going to mix it until it's well combined, but with a paddle. But I already have a little bit of batter made because it takes a few minutes. So, for this recipe we're going to use a mini muffin or a cupcake tin, just to help keep our portions on point. So, every muffin tin I found is pretty different in terms of size. For the mini ones, they don't always tend to be the same. So just enough batter to get it to fully coat the inside. You want a thin layer, about ½ an inch. And I have a little cup of water here that I'm going to coat my fingers with. This batter is really sticky, and I think it helps just to keep it from sticking to your hands so you can do a couple at a time. So I'm just going to make a well with my fingers. And it's really important to get an even coating, really get in those corners, or you're going to have a big part that's not cooking as evenly as the other parts. So once you get a whole tray full of these done, this makes about 20 or so. These go into a 350 oven for about 15 minutes until they are golden brown. And then you fill them with your filling. So I've already made my filling because it's so simple. But it's a 1 15-ounce container of ricotta cheese, a ½ teaspoon of almond extract, and a ½ teaspoon of vanilla. And then I chose to put in some sugar-free chocolate chips. It's totally optional. But I think it adds a lot of flavor, and since we're taking out a lot of sugar, adding in flavors in other ways is really important when it comes to making diabetic pastries. So another scoop, I'm using a 1 ounce. It's not quite 1 ounce for the ones that I have made, but once your cups are completely cooled and you've whipped all these ingredients together, you can just scoop them in. Really simple, really easy, kind of fun, possibly a party snack, diabetic friendly. There it is.